Life ain't a game, it ain't funny, nigga. Cause when it rains and it pours, it ain't sunny, nigga. I seen a lot of niggas change over money, nigga. Cause when it rains and it pours, it ain't sunny, nigga.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Tank Tompkins, and you have reached another episode of No Risk, No Reward podcast. I thank you to everybody that's been subscribing to the page, following me on YouTube. You can follow me everywhere. Instagram at Tank Tompkins. On Instagram, at No Risk No Reward podcast. Facebook, Tank Tompkins. Twitter, Tank Tompkins. Everything Tank Tompkins. You heard? Today, I got a special guest, and I say it's special because not only is this my childhood friend, but he the first person from my hood to pop on the podcast. You know what I mean? And
it's only right. And
we've been friends for over 20 years. A long time. It was probably one of my first real friends. You know what I mean? I'm talking about when he see my parents, they tell him they love him. That's my brother, Don Royal, my boy, yes. Don Royal.
Yes. I know what you do. And yes. Hold on, let me just correct something.
What's up?
We've been friends for exactly 42 years.
That's a fact, bro.
All right. Did I blow up your head?
Just don't say how old we was when we met.
Yeah. So obviously we're not 40, but that's as far as you're gonna get, right? Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Thanks for having me.
No, I thank you for supporting the brand, and he just shot a freestyle video. Shit is crazy for the bar edition. So my boy came not to play, and I respect that. And when my niggas from the hood come, I expect y'all to do this all the time. Come show up and put on, because this shit is not just about the hood. This shit is for everywhere, everybody watching. I appreciate the love and support that y'all been giving me, you know, because I never thought that I'd be sitting on the couch interviewing people or just vibing and having a podcast, you know what I mean?
All right. With me, out of all people.
So what's good, bro? It's been a long time, man. What you doing? I see you doing really good with the music, and you still pushing forward. We had great conversations in the last 2 weeks, right. And I see you taking it serious. A lot of dudes our age, we just do it for the sport,
right? But
consistency is the key now,
right?
Because we can eat off of what's going on now, the YouTubes, you could go on tour, So I respect what you doing, bro, and I respect the energy you putting into it. I just listened to the song with you and the Hoodies. Yeah. Shout out to the Hoodies.
That's right. Shout out to the Hoodies.
The song is phenomenal. What's the name of the song? It's on YouTube.
The song is on every social media platform. It's everywhere. It's Don Royal featuring B Dini and the Hoodies. The song is called The Assignment, man. That's the song. That right there. That's that summertime rider vibe, man. You know, that's all I could really say.
The song is crazy. And one thing I know about Tompkins niggas, and I seen that I laughed. We always go first on the song. We was known for that. We known for that. We could have murdered this shit. Cause I used to always tell dudes, it's no DJ if he gonna play his shit, he's gonna play all 4 verses. If you first, yes, your verse got to get heard first. You set the tone for the song, and that's one thing you did. You got on that shit and went bananas, no freaky, bro. Right. I was like, my boy, you made me proud, son. You feel me? I felt like a proud teacher.
Hey, yo, you could say that, bro. You can say that. You could say that, bro. I got my inspiration. My inspiration came from you, bro. Direct parallel inspiration for rapping came from you.
That's dope.
You know
bro.
What I mean? Like
that's dope.
I picked up my pen because you picked up your pen, bro.
Word, bro. Cause I remember the first couple of times when we was fucking around with rap, we was mimicking. I mimicked another nigga song, and that shit just turned into something else, bro. I remember the first time we came in the building, it was me. Excuse me. We smoking this good shit. Yeah. Shout out to HVO, High Vibes Only. Get with it. My bad. I remember the first time we came in the building and the motherfucking, all the drug dealers was in the building. And niggas said, yo, Tariq, spit that shit. I wasn't even Tank yet, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wasn't even Tank that. It was Mel, it was Butter, it was Velo, because we lived on the Park Avenue side of Tompkins, and these was the dudes in the building. Shabu had that side, him and Rameek, you know what I mean? And rest in peace Rameek, rest in peace Butter.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I see Mel on Facebook and all that, but I remember I was spitting, and the reaction that we got from them. Was like, shit, this is what we want to do.
Little niggas too, bro. It's not niggas. It's like real little niggas. Like little. Let it be known, yo. It's like whoever started rapping, he started rapping because Tank was the first superstar in the projects, man. Tank was the first rapper in the projects. They started rapping because
let's get out of
you gotta give flowers when they do, yo. Anybody that picked up a pen after you, they owe it to you, or whoever was rapping, you gave them the confidence to come out and say I do rapping. This too. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. I appreciate that, bro, because a lot of niggas ain't gonna say that. And I remember being the first kind of young nigga that really was getting busy. And I owe that to a couple of niggas. I ain't gonna front. I owe that to Shabu, because every time he see me, he made me spit. And he said to me, next time you spit, you better have a new rap. So that shit pushed me a little extra forward. Then I battled some dude named Tank. And Shabu was like, get the fuck out of here. That ain't your name no more. That's his name now. His name Tank. And that's how I got the name Tank, from rapping. So that shit is crazy. Like, a lot of niggas don't be talking about that. But I had a lot of niggas that inspired, that pushed me to go forward. Like, Murder One was the first dude to crush my microphone. He crushed my mic. And I was confident I was going to smoke shit. Because I was smoking shit already. I was already smoking shit. So...
And Murder One is a bar sensei. That's what he's a bar sensei.
Smoke my mic. Smoke me. Sent me on my way. Then I ended up moving from the Park Avenue side and moved in the building with him. So that shit just made it even more phenomenal. We used to spar all the time and battle all the time, and he telling me, yo, don't say that like this. Stop dragging your words so long. Yo, don't you pausing right here. Rap's supposed to be a flow. It's supposed to be fluid, not sound like you tripping over your words. Like, so I gotta give it up to Murder One, because he taught me how to put my shit together, how to count bars. He's the first nigga to take me to a professional studio, Henchman days.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I remember when we first started doing this music shit, you was on some singing shit from the beginning. Yeah. You was the singer for the team.
The backup dancer too, though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Hey, it is what it is, bro.
Yo,
it was the grimy 90s, bro. And you had to get in where you fit in. Yeah. I always, like I said, I always was rapping and shit, man. You know what I mean? But
always was rapping, but you just was really on
I'm a singer, and I was dancing.
That's a fact.
So that's what the name Dap come from. Before I'm Don Royal, I'm Do It All performer.
That's a fact.
That's who I am. Do It All performer.
I remember when y'all had left Tompkins, you and your brother, and you came back. You was a whole different nigga. You was dancing. You was rapping. I was like, oh, this nigga Dap is in the mix. I could tell. When you went away, you had more time to think and to focus, because growing up in the projects, but not only did you have the focus, you had the motherfucker watch your surroundings. As a young dude, you had to pay attention, because if you didn't, some fuck shit could happen to you. So we learned that from young, bro. We learned that from young. You remember we was coming from school and Duke was laying in the lane? We had to be like 12?
Trauma. That's childhood trauma right there, bro. That shit
Somebody
sticks
was laying in the lane dead.
That's not a 12-year-old. I think about my son is 12. He don't even go through. He don't gotta go through nothing that we like. I'm the blessing of being able to break that curse and not have. He don't have to see the shit that we seen, bro.
Yeah, we seen a lot of crazy shit,
and that shit was normal because we didn't know no different.
We didn't.
It was nothing to compare it to.
It was nothing to compare it to, bro. Even when we first jumped off the porch and we start trying to do little robberies and shit. Why was that the first shit that we learned how to do was go steal?
Because niggas wanted sneakers.
Yeah, because we wanted sneakers. You said it right.
Niggas wanted them sneakers.
You right. We wanted them sneakers because we had some fucked up shit on. I remember that. I remember the first kind of conversation we had about wanting shit. Like, it wasn't like we was trying to shit on our parents and shit, but we just was like, yo, we gotta. It's gonna end up being music influenced us to start thinking like that too. Listening to that first Nas album, you remember that?
No. Let's go back. When you was living in 744.
That's a fact.
Every time I used to come to your crib, I used to be like, yo, Tank had a record player.
Come on, talk about
Bro.
it. And I had hella records.
Hey, yo, but this one though, I remember it was the Jungle Brothers featuring
De La Soul,
and Moni Love, my buddy.
Remember we used to be acting like we was one of them?
We used to be doing our parts and shit.
Hell yeah, come on. Yo.
So that, I used to be like, yo, play. I don't know. I fell in love with hip hop very young. Like I said, I never thought I was gonna rap, man. I used to dance, man. I used to back up dancer. When you used to do your shows, I was the backup dancer.
And let's talk about, I was doing shows from a young nigga at the Ark. You remember I was doing shows at the Ark, at Tompkins Park. Like, I was really into this music shit, like knee deep as a youngster before all the other shit came, you know, when Tompkins, because at one time it was, everybody was rapping in Tompkins. I can never forget that summer. I probably like was 15, 16, and I started fucking with the Henchmen. First it was me and Ross Slayer on some rap shit.
Shout out to Ross Slayer, man.
It was me and Ross Slayer on some rap shit. We was called Hellbound.
Hellbound, yeah.
We was Hellbound.
Yeah.
At the time, and me and Ross Slayer used to do shows. First, I was doing shows with LB. You remember that? And you used to come with us to do shows with LB, like you said, backup dancing type shit. And then LB went into, he stayed on the church route because I was on the church route too. But I remember my moms had that conversation with me. You 13, I can't force you to go to church no more. So it's either that or you know. And I chose to be outside. I wanted to be outside. You know what I mean? So shout out to LB. He chose that path. He's a bishop now, got his own congregation. And I respect that because I'm God-fearing, and I know you're God. We're God-fearing men. You know, so.
Absolutely.
So definitely, I remember those days, bro. Shows was crazy, bro. And you took me back with the Jungle Brother shit. I had a record player.
Bro.
Where we used to come home from school, my moms used to let us rock out.
Remember taping songs off the countdown, bro?
Come on, bro. Yeah, you remember my sister had some like little white shit that played tapes. We used to be playing the tapes on it.
Playtime radio shit.
Hell yeah, bro. I'll never forget that, bro. That was good old days when people used to love me. I feel like people don't love music like we loved music, bro. It's not even the same. I think because rap was brand new that we were so attracted to it.
Nobody really, that's what I said, nobody really around us was doing it like that. We had Sean, shout out to fucking, remember Sean B?
Yeah, Sean B.
Sean B was the rapper. Sean B was the rapper.
He had that shit, wop it up, y'all. Wop it up, y'all.
So that was the closest we got to a rapper around us.
Yeah.
Didn't he try to put y'all on at one time?
Yeah, he had tried to come talk to us and shit. Sean B wasn't doing nothing, man. Sean B, though, respect Sean B, was the first rapper I knew about that was like trying to do it professionally. He had a record and all that. Shout out to Sean B.
Sean B, first man to ever take me out of town.
That's crazy.
Word.
The Hustle?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Twice. Wilmington, Delaware, and New Haven, Connecticut.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah.
And I remember the conversation when we started going out of town and shit. We was young, and I didn't go the first trip. You know what I mean? Band Body came to Tompkins. I remember we was in my exit, and he said to y'all got a town for us. What's up? Niggas is going. I was like, yo, I gotta finish school, bro. I can't. My boss said, I gotta finish school, bro.
You dead ass did drop out for like a hot second, but we jumped right back into school. Yeah. And we was I was out of town. I went.
Yeah, niggas went to Hudson.
I mean, I've been to other towns before Hudson, but Hudson was
the one.
That was the school of hard knocks. That was the school of hard knocks right there, bro.
That's a fact.
Right.
I remember all y'all was coming back. Pardon me. This is real. Yo, what's good, Ty? I'm shooting the podcast right now. Shooting an episode. Alright? Alright. Shout out Money Hungry Ty, my son, you know what I mean? doing this big one too, fucking with the music still. But where we was at just now?
Shit.
Oh, Hudson.
Oh yeah, Hudson,
yeah. So you know, I remember that vividly. That Hudson was like the first town that Tompkins niggas had.
Yeah.
You know, I remember seeing y'all come back fresh to death and all that, brand new clothes. I'm like, damn, the bros is doing it.
Yeah.
Word, I had to get my balls that diploma. That's when niggas was still scared of their mothers. The motherfuckers ain't scared of their mothers no more. I don't think this way shit is now.
Word. No, nah. They running the show.
Yeah, they running the show. So what you fucking with this music right now? What you got going on? Like you put out an album, or you just gonna do the single shit?
Right now, I'm only inspired to do singles. But every single that I've been coming up with so far have been fire enough to just throw out there. So I'm on the independent grind right now, bro. I'm just really on the independent grind, yo. It's literally just me and my fiance. We got our company is called Divine Journey. You know what I mean?
Good.
And so it's not just music. You know what I mean? We about to venture off into real estate, and then we have investments.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm doing this. I'm not looking for a record deal. For people, like, I just want to make that perfectly clear. We just talking about this before.
That's a fact.
We do this for the love of it. At this point of our life, we do it for the love of it. We didn't already live rapper lifestyles. I've done everything that probably any rapper probably done.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And it's not as exciting as
it used to be.
Yeah, I'm getting older. I'm trying to buy back time, and I'm trying to buy peace. So I'm doing that right now. It's more than just music, but I'm doing this music because I love it. Right now, like right now, it's The Assignment, featuring B Deanie and the Hoodies. That's my single right now. Also got Greenback Boogie 1 and Greenback Boogie 2 that's coming out with the Hoodies as well.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so
y'all doing the upstate. Y'all doing the upstate shit.
Yeah.
And I respect it. And I want you to get them up here for me.
Absolutely.
Let's chop it up, you know?
I'm definitely gonna get on the phone and talk to them brothers, yeah. And because this right here, just like, even though we know we from Brooklyn and all that, but you know, I live upstate. I can't deny it. I'm not one of them dudes that come to a town and try to shit on the town. Yeah. I've been up there for a dub. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm there. You know what I mean?
You from there?
They call me a bingaling now. That's what they be getting offended.
We always saying that. I'm not a bingaling. You're not no bingaling, my nigga.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I love Brooklyn, but I live in Binghamton, bro.
That's a fact.
And Brooklyn don't need no help getting the light shined on them, bro. Brooklyn is fucking Brooklyn. You know what I mean? We don't need help getting. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help out this upstate shit, bro, because it's so.
You
much
already invested so much. You invested so much into that area already. So I feel like y'all doing the right thing about what y'all doing. Shout out to Binghamton, New York. You know what I mean? I see what y'all doing, and I see where you trying to take this. So you got to keep doing that. I like that. I like what you're doing, bro.
But upstate, period, though. Like even like the 518, the 607. You know what I mean? Buffalo, Rochester, and everybody. You know what I mean? Anybody that got talent, we just trying to send that branch out there. You know what I mean? We just trying to have everybody come together, man. Because you know, like when you forgotten about. The only way people gonna hear you is if you come together, bro. That's like if your town can't, if your town don't champion you know what I'm saying?
I told niggas that. I just told niggas that. I said, yo, when you got your city behind you, it's really different.
Right.
It's really different. So when people come and they tell you gotta hear such. So you know that shit means something. So support your homeboy, man. I say this all the time. Support your peoples and make sure he posted, you posted, whatever he posts, you post. You know, go to his shows. You know, buy his music. You know, do that for your peoples because when you shine, everybody shine. You know what I mean?
Everybody want to be the man so bad. Is that you know what I mean? Like it's like who you are is gonna shine, but if you can't shine unless you're in a position. The only way you can get in a position is if you got a team, and if nobody's behind you because you want to be that nigga all the time, You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be that nigga, man. You gotta just say what makes sense. You know, you gotta do what makes sense, bro. Like, people's like, oh, why you let them niggas go so hard on your song? Yeah, like, you gotta do what makes sense. It's my song.
I went first.
No. Listen,
You went first.
it's my song.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
It's business-wise,
Business wise, it's your song.
it makes sense, right?
You know what I'm saying? I want to say this to you too. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm proud of you, bro, because we came a long way, bro. I'm talking about, and you was going to prison since we was young, and I know you gave New York State a lot of years.
A lot of years, bro.
I think you gave them 15.
Nah, I got over 23 years altogether.
See, like in separate bids.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, three state numbers, bro.
Word, and to me, you a walking testament of you can change.
Right.
You can change, bro. You can change, and sir, I just was talking to a young dude from Troy, New York, Don Sway, and he was moving to Atlanta to go get his CDL. So I told him, I gave him that conversation, and I said, yo, I applaud you because you taking the chance to change. Some people be thinking they got motion, but they be running in place.
Right.
So if you got an opportunity to change or to try something, go try it.
Right.
Go try it. Don't be stagnant and don't be scared to change. You know what I mean? And I watched you do that. I appreciate you for changing the way you was moving and you doing what you doing now. You know what I mean? Look how you just said you about to get married.
Word.
You know, you about to get into this real estate. Some dudes be having motion. They just be running in place.
Right, it's like it's not about, it's really not about just music, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing music. The music situation is great, bro. But it's definitely, like you said, like, I'm a walking testament. I'm a walking testimony, man. Like, I've been through it all. I've seen all sides of everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just trying to be an example for people to follow, yo, and just letting them know that shit can change at any time, yo.
Any given moment.
I'm in my 40s, yo, and shit is jumping for me. Life is like my life is. I'm popping right now. Like, I'm not even. This is not no bragging shit. I'm just saying, like, all I did was just mindset, bro.
That's it. Everything is a mindset.
And you got. We was talking about, like, blessing blockers. You have people that for years. I've been blocking my blessings by the energy I had around me, the people, and the places and everything, like all that cliche shit. But that shit was blocking my blessings. I had the wrong people. Right, look, bro, look how God worked, bro. As soon as I got everybody away from me, bro, non-stop, because I got all the wrong energy. Because I'm trying to save everybody with me everywhere I go. I'm trying to take 10 niggas through one door. Instead of just trying to save myself first. And I'm always getting stuck. You know what I mean? It ain't meant for you to carry a weight up a ladder. You know what I mean? You gotta show niggas how to climb. So
right, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Finish building, go ahead.
Nah, but that's just where I'm at with it, bro. Like, so like, I'm using this music shit as a way to just inspire motherfuckers too, man. Like, and just it's not, like I said, it's not just music. It's just, this is just one platform that I'm using, man. Like, I'm just like, man, fuck that jazz shit. Word. That's really what it's about, man.
Yeah, that's all it really is about. Fuck that jail shit, bro. And shout out to everybody else from Tompkins. So I don't want to leave nobody out. Right. You know, a lot of niggas played a good inspiration in music in Tompkins.
Right.
GY came and set the tone for a whole different, because we was battling, but GY was dangerous.
Right.
When he came to Tompkins, and and the energy that he brought to the rap shit, because that's how he broke me and Rod Slayer up. I battled G. It was a tie.
He's a monster, and
Rod Slayer battled G. He got smoked. So now it was like, damn, me and this nigga just started being together every day. We was together, me, him, Rod Slayer, but Rod Slayer just, you know, it just. The streets took the streets changed the dynamic over the years. So shout out to Rod Slayer too. He's my partner for a long time, my friend for a long time.
Same.
You know what I mean? It was levels. Rod Slayer went out of town when y'all went out of town that first time. So, you know, niggas, we grew up like doing a lot of hustling, a lot of gun busting, a lot of robbing, stealing. You know, it was like once y'all went out of town and came back, and everybody was back, we was vandals after that.
I was a good guy. I got turned out trying to fit in, nigga, and that shit.
I was a good guy too, son. I was a good kid,
But then
man.
this shit just took on a life of its own. I just got like, for real, like.
Yeah.
You turn around and you just realize like where all these fucking years go, bro.
Yeah.
Like seriously, where these years go. So you can't get none of that shit back, bro. So it's like,
And a lot of that shit is a faded memory. So when you talked about the record player, the Jungle Brothers shit, that shit that my mom processed it as we were speaking about it. But I was like, damn, my boy threw it all the way back, bro.
yeah, because we go back, bro. Like we
Nah, we
definitely
do.
go
We
back.
definitely
it's like
do.
we didn't see each other, and physically we haven't seen each other in forever, bro. But nothing's changed, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. Every
Nothing's
time we have a
changed, bro.
conversation, it's like the last conversation we had.
It's like you can't unknow somebody once
That's
you
a fact.
know them. Like we've
That's a
been
fact.
through the trenches, bro. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, we've been through some shit. You know shit that nobody would. You know what I mean? Like you know shit that motherfuckers don't know. Nigga, when I was. My grandmother was kicking me out, nigga.
Going to my crib.
Your crib was my crib, exactly.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Word. My mom's always
shout
said
out,
that.
shout out to your parents too for
Yeah, I had
taking me
good
in
parents,
every time I needed a place to stay, yo.
For real, bro.
Food, clothing, shelter, anything I need. Shout out to your parents for that, and shout out to you
bro.
for that, bro.
Come
Seriously,
on, bro.
yo, that
Nah,
shit is
son,
real,
shit
bro.
was real. We was growing up, bro.
Word.
I had posted on Facebook last year on my pop's birthday, like, yo, you don't even realize you was all our father at one time. It was
Word.
rare to have a father growing
Right.
up in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Word, I had strong parents, and I respect my parents. That's
Mm-hmm.
why people, when you be around, if you be around and you see me around my parents, you be like, damn, it's like he love his parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had good parents. You know, but the environment, we was products of our environment, bro.
Yeah,
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. You know, and I'm happy that we both still got life in our lungs.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can be able to speak and do this. A lot of our friends ain't here. Cliff is gone.
Yeah.
Me and you was the first time we seen somebody. A friend of ours dead was Jason, Mike brother.
Yeah.
We was standing right outside when he got shot. And we was the first people
Absolutely.
on the scene when he got shot. Word. We was in front of 77 and we ran over there. He was on the floor. Word. And we went and told his family that he was dead.
Yeah.
Word, bro.
Yeah,
We was 15. Both homeless.
Yeah.
We was both kicked out of our mother's cribs.
We just didn't want to fucking listen.
Yeah, we just didn't want to fucking
We didn't
listen.
want to go. We was good, like we came from good families, so they
Yeah.
had rules, and we
didn't want to listen.
Word.
I'll never forget
Word.
them 2 weeks, boy. We was sitting
man.
outside all night.
I roughed it out though, like, but I wish I didn't.
My mom's here. My
Shit
mom's
took me
came and
somewhere.
got me. That day I was standing on the corner of my little pack. My mom's came. She said, "You all right?" I said, "I guess." She said, "Go get your stuff. You coming home." I ran over there.
Yeah.
Yo, my mom said, "Come home." I ain't come outside.
I ain't gonna
for
front.
3 days.
I was tight when I was like, damn, I'm by myself. But I roughed it out, just foolish pride.
Yo,
Yo,
this nigga said I was tight when you went home.
I had to do this shit by myself now.
That shit was real, bro. I was happy my boss came and got me off that corner, boy.
Yeah.
Shit was rough, bro. But we here, son, and I'm grateful for this interview. You know, shout out to everybody that used to rap when we was growing up. Shout out to the Henchmen. The Henchmen was like the first niggas with an album in the hood. I was on that album.
Yep.
Brooklyn Hooks, Efi. They was called Short Fuse.
Oh, that was the name of the show.
Yeah, Short Fuse, Naughty Shorty, A Minor, and I forgot all their names. Yeah, but they was on the Henchman album too. Tracy Morgan's brother,
Yeah.
Jim Morgan, had Santas and all that. We was on this shit called The Henchman. Tracy Morgan introduced me to his brother. Him and Murder One. You know what I mean? Tracy Morgan's from Tompkins. It's a couple of dudes, man. That's when the whole Tompkins was rapping. It just was flagrant. It was what it was. That was the summer that Wu-Tang came out.
Yeah.
Remember they had a barbershop across the street from Tompkins?
I remember.
Shabal.
Yeah.
Shabal had the barbershop on Myrtle Ave and Wu-Tang barbershop.
Yo, this shit ain't rolled right. I just packed a lot of weed in here for no fucking reason. I'm mad as a motherfucker. I'm just trying to contain myself. I'm really upset at this, man.
Yeah, so-
You ain't got nothing rolled up?
Nah, we smoked that shit. I smoked that shit. I roll some more.
This shit is a terrible roll, bro. It's gonna waste it.
Yeah, but shout out to our whole everybody that was with us growing up. Shit was real. Band Body, Milk Murder, rest in peace, Milk. You know, Tompkins was Tompkins, and Tompkins gonna always be Tompkins. Yeah. You know, it ain't the same. You go there now, the feeling ain't the same. It's nobody, but that's what life is about: elevating and changing. The projects are supposed to be a stepping stone for black families, black communities, for you to go, be able to low income until you get to a better move forward. But that was projects is traditional, man. It's families that been in the projects for traditions.
That shit will traumatize you, bro. Because right now, like being a homeowner and shit like that, it's been less than a year, and oh my goodness, like I feel safer in the building, bro. I feel safe in the building. Like I'm, like I feel like I gotta protect everything now. I gotta do everything. Something break, you gotta fix it. You're responsible for everything. So it's not what it's cracked up to be. It sucks.
Yeah, I see. I was watching another podcast and I seen some dude talk about that. He like, man, I'd rather rent than own.
Seriously,
man.
I'm not even.
He
lying.
like, something always wrong, man.
Seriously. It's like everybody's not ready.
You have to be financially stable too. People think you could just go in without the money. If something go wrong, that's on you. You know?
Yeah, if something go wrong.
I had to skill his. I've been skilling his blunt. He was a high roller, but I was a roller. You heard?
Who was? Remember when we first found out that each other smoked weed?
Yeah.
And we went and bought like 3 Phillies and fucked it up, and then
let me see if you remember who wrote it for us.
Yo.
God bless.
Rest in paradise, D Monkey.
D Monkey. Yo, damn. I didn't remember that. That's D Monkey.
Yeah. He rolled the Philly for us, bro.
Son, and we got clapped. Son, we fucked up 3 blunts.
Yeah. And then that's what we every time. Yo, you got 250? You got 250? Every day it became 250, 250. Go get nickel bags.
Go get a nickel bag. And back then, the nickel bags was big. You get 2 spliffs out of them.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Dad.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, we reminiscing. My son D Monkey, son rolled our first blunt. Fat Sean used to. We remember we started smoking with Fat Sean. I don't even know what happened to that dude.
From your building? From 744? I don't know, man.
I don't even know.
That was my dude though.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him. And
he's the first like young nigga hustling.
Yeah.
Vizak was his cousin, his uncle or something.
Yeah.
He was like the first young nigga hustling. Right. That was I went uptown with him. I remember I told you I went uptown with him. What he did to me? Nah, I ain't gonna even tell you. We ain't gonna talk about it on camera.
That's my guy though. Shout out to Shay.
Shout out to Fat Shay, son.
Alright.
Shay took me uptown and did some foul shit.
That's a good dude. He always looked out for me.
Nah, he always looked out too. He looked out for me too. He looked out for me too. He was trying to show me the ropes, but you know, God had other plans for me. He had other plans for you. I'm happy we ain't end up stuck there.
Right.
That's why he moved me out the back of that side, moved me to 99. He moved me towards the outside of the projects.
We moved by hand, nigga. We walked through the project. Remember we helped?
Stuff like this. No truck, nothing. We carried the beds.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then you remember we spent the night in the crib the last night we lived there.
Yeah.
Me, you, and your brother slept with him in my room floor, reminiscing, playing the radio and shit. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Word, bro. But
he was supposed to pull up with me today too, man.
Yeah, shout out to L, man.
Shout out to
Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
Word.
So both of your brothers is my brother's kid. I mean, Mike was older than us, but you know what it was with me, you and L, bro. You know what I mean? But yo, I'm happy you came, and I want to do more episodes with you. So
absolutely.
I want to, when I be having guests sometime, I'll be like in a full session. You know what I mean? 5, 6 people talking.
Right.
I feel like I want to, I want everybody to pour into everything they doing. So if you got a business, you got anything, I don't just do music interviews or a music podcast. I want everybody to come, anybody to come, because I want to learn. If you need to learn something from me, let's keep the cycle of helping each other going. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yo, my brother, I love you. This was a great episode, and we're gonna continue on.
Yeah.
Who's the nicest nigga in Tompkins next episode?
Word.
Shout out my boy Dap. I love you, bro.
Shout out to Tompkins.
Yeah,
Word.
Tompkins, CPG's
Yeah,
finest, you heard?
Yo,
no
also,
risk, no reward.
Let me throw shout out to No Risk, No Reward. Also, the assignment, Don Royal featuring B Dini and the hoodies. That's right now on all social media platforms, and the video's out also as well. Follow me, Don Royal.
Holla at me, Tank Tompkins, Lottie.